I don't know where you are, but I'll trade weather today. It's absolutely disturbing. Anyway, at least it's only going to be like minus 35 at the very tail end of the night until about, say, 8, 9 in the morning. You know, but yeah, that's what I'm looking at today. Currently got a grader outside pushing snow around too. Fun times. Anyhow, on to reality here. Well, the not reality. We are going to build a fighter, build an infantry, build 5 destroyers, and do a tech roll. Just one. It's the only one we got that we're working on. And we're going to move forward one of those light carriers in the build chart over there. All right. I've only got 2 combat moves, and I will show them. Whoop. Give me a second here. Does this rail line go all the way into there? It does. This armored train is going to haul down a dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Why not? I want to have more dudes down there. That works for me. Alright, so might as well show off my armored train. That's it could go one more space, that's it. There's no rail or river because we're coming out of oh, wait a second, that river. The river there is a little bit deceiving here. Let me unplug the phone here. So there we go. That way we can get a better angle. Problem with doing all this video stuff is it just chews up the battery. All right, what do we have for a river here? Okay. Yeah, that river doesn't cut across here. It would if we came from Siam, but it doesn't. All right, so we're going to do a fight here. And this fight here, I brought a plane in on combat air patrol from there. So the sub is spotted. We got the plane from Zhejiang. We got the light carrier from Tokyo. And we got a cruiser from Tokyo, and the other cruiser came from here. Tack down here, these light tanks move 2 from Burma through Siam to Malay here. I believe it's Malay. It's hard to read. Yeah, Malay. Along with these 2 infantry. Where did these infantry come from? No, these 2 infantry are on that side there. Or from Siam, they're into here. And these 2 infantry from these 3 infantry from Siam. I'm just going to send 2 in there, or from Hanoi. I'm going to send 2 in there. My stuff got all moved around trying to show stuff. So that's a combat move there, and this is a land combat. All right. Other than that, I don't really have too many combats. I would have liked to do something over there, and I would have really loved to use those transports I have there, but I can't. So we'll see. Okay, so we might as well start rolling some of this stuff out. Angle this down a little touch. That way we can see my rolls here. Okay, so in attack, we got no commander here, but we do have a commander in the sea battle. He came along with these boats from Tokyo. All right. So we've got 2 aircraft at 7 and 2 cruisers at 7. So that's 4 at 7. 1 hit. Now, a light carrier has a rating of 1, but if a commander bumps everybody of 0, but if everybody bumps something up 1, does that mean the light carrier gets to shoot? It can shoot 1 in defense. So I'm going to assume it does bump that up as well. Correct me if I'm wrong. So it's a 1. Fail. Alright, so that's round 1. Yeah, that dog can't stand the graders riding up and down my street, scaring the shit out of him. Okay, now we got the defender. Sorry about that. For some reason I hit the wrong button on the phone. Alright, we are going to be defending with 1 destroyer. and 1 coastal sub there. So 1 destroyer at 4. It's a miss, and a coastal sub, I believe they are at 2. Another miss. So if you're the British, you're probably going to lose the sub. The destroyer at least has a chance to hit something. So now the big question. Yes, we are going to do round 2. And that is 6 again at 7. And we're going to do this light, yeah, we'll do the blue one for the light carrier at 1. Alright, and we missed at 7, or at 1, but we got one of the 7s. Only 1, eh? That's pretty bad. Alright, now there was only one thing to shoot, so that's cool. We're going to roll 1 destroyer in defense. That's a hit. So now the question to you is, what the hell would you lose? I would say fudge muffins. You'd probably lose I don't want to do it, but I'm going to lose the light carrier because I got 2 already being built and I'm placing 1 this turn, so I can afford to lose that one. I'd rather not lose the fighters. Alright. We'll have to place those things somewhere else here, so. Alright, and then we have this going on. Sorry. We have this going on. Oh, I'm falling down on the Russian Navy. So what we have here is we've got 3 tacticals and 5 light tanks with 2 infantry. No bonus, but it's no mountains, no rivers, so 5 light tanks at 4. 1, 2, 2 hits. 2 infantry at 2. Too bad. And 3 tacticals with target select. Oh, scratch all that. 1 artillery on defense with first strike. Miss. Okay, let's redo that now. 5, 5. Because I can't remember what the 5 light tanks at 4. Okay, I got 1 more hit that time. Oops. Well, whatever. I'm pretty sure I'm going to win anyway. 2 infantry at 2. Misses. And 3 tacticals at 7 with target select. And 2 more hits. So we've got a total of 5 hits. 2, 4, 5. And they have 2, 4, 6 units. Alright, so they're probably going to lose these 2 militia. I think they're going to lose everything except for the motorized. How's that sound? There's 4 and 5. Motorized defense the same. Alright, but they got a fort. And what does a fort do for everybody again? Just gonna double check one of my cheat sheets here. Fortification, combat bonus round 1 plus 2 all land units. And 2 attacks at 5 by itself. So everything there defends plus 2. Oh, well, that artillery rolled an 11, I think, so it doesn't matter anyway. Okay, so those infantry, we got 2 infantry that are rolling at 6 instead of 4. Oh man, 2 hits. I forgot about that damn fort. We've got 2 militia rolling at 4 instead of 2. Jeez, 3 hits. It's going to be a very expensive melee here. We've got the artillery already fired, and we got 1 motorized infantry at 6. Okay, and we got 2 shots at 5 for the fort. There we go, 4 hits. It's expensive. Very expensive. So we're going to take 2 3, 4. Alright, so we got 3 light tanks left and 3 tacticals. And they lost all these units. I'm knocking the Dutch down. Alright, now it's time to roll the attacks again. So we're going to roll 3 tacticals at 7. 1 hit. That's all we needed. And they're going to roll 1 at... It's back down. So in the first round. So 1 at 4. Yeah, they hit anyway. So 1 each. Man, that was expensive. Alright, we lose that one. And we lose one of these dudes. And the fort and the coastal artillery are toast. That was an expensive round. So, oh, I don't have a Japanese roundel over here. No, I gotta do. Japanese go up for Malay, $2. The Far East Command goes down 2. And we're gonna not do a non-combat move here, or 2. We're going to move these things in here. They can move 2. This can move 3. So that combat air patrol plane can land on the light carrier. These 2 are going to move up forward. And these can move. We'll put these up there too. So we'll put 2 tacticals on here. And 3, 4. We'll put that in the air base and that in the air base as well. There we go. Yeah, we got a tech roll we got to do. Do we have any other non-combat moves we're going to do? Probably not. Nope. I'm going to move this one dude into Burma there. There we go. Alright. We got some commanders we can move around. So let's figure out where these commanders can move to. Why do I always seem to have my pointers on the other side? Because I was just playing as Germany and Russia, so I got to point it at both spots. Alright, my commanders can move 1, 2, 3, 4. And one already did on, well, 1, 2, 3, but yeah. What we're going to do, oh man, this is so stupid. No, we're going to leave those transports up there for now. I don't dare move them down. 4, 5. I'm going to put a commander in that navy as well. There we go. Yeah, that should about do it. And just because we can, we're gonna rail move one of these dudes all the way down to Hanoi. No, we need to leave some guys up there just in case the Russians start getting stupid. They're bringing a lot of dudes to the border. Oh, wait a second, that guy belongs in there. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna hold off on doing anything stupid up there. So that's it then. We just move these guys up to here and put a commander on with them. Oh, this guy's dead. There's nothing on combat air patrol. And just for shits and giggles, we're gonna make one of these just battleships on escort duty, because this is the Japanese line that can be raided, and I don't want to get raided. Alright, so that's it. That's really Japan's turn, except for they got that one technical for wartime economy. So it's 7 or higher. Ooh, nice. It's a 12. Alright, so Japanese also have wartime economy along with everybody else. What I usually do when we reach this point is just give me a second. Just my magnets are too strong. There we go. Gather everybody up and put them in a stack. It's everybody except for the US. So that makes it easy enough. So Japan goes up 2, and the Far East Command go down 2 to 8. So that's what we like to see as Japan. Russia don't care. Russia's happy. Alright. Yeah, Russia only went up a buck last turn, but it took a point away from them. Russia's just gobbling up points and bases and everything they can, as many points as possible. Anyway, Japan might have to deal with them pretty soon, but Japan's going to have a big problem when that fleet can reach either Formosa or the Philippines or Okinawa or Iwo Jima. So Japan might have some problems here. So they're going to place this light carrier. And they're going to place these 5 destroyers. And they're going to place this fighter on a carrier. And they're going to place this one lone dude in Siam. Where'd my factory go in Siam? Oh, there it is. There we go. So that's that. All right. That is the Japanese turn. So Japan has some bonuses that it's collecting now. I can't remember what they all are, so let me just double check here. I think it gets a bonus for Malay. Could be wrong. Alright. Japan, bonus income. Borneo, Java, Malay, Philippines, and Hawaii, $2 each. I don't have Midway, Wake, or the Solomons, so I don't get those. And so we get $2 for Malay, and then the $6 for Nanking, Taiyuan, Peking, Henan, Zhejiang, and Guangxi. Probably butchered those all, but as I explained before, Guangxi, Zhejiang, Nanking, Henan, Taiyuan, and Peking. Right, so those 6. So that is $8 in bonuses. Plus they collect $38. Where'd my bank go? So there we go. 38. Well, 46 is what they got. So Japan's making $46. It's not a killing compared to some of the other countries, but it's enough. It's more than their 16 they started with, that's for sure. And it's certainly more than the FEC, which is down to 8. And Australia's down to 7. Netherlands are down to 10. There's a buck way over there, but nobody's probably going to steal that buck. It's not worth the effort to go all the way across the Atlantic for that one place in South America. Unless you're Russia, maybe Russia will take that. Yeah. Anyhow, I guess that's it for now. Yeah. Okay. that's the end of the Japanese turn. We're going to do the British and the Netherlands next. Netherlands is kind of screwed. It's got a coastal sub, and everything else is stuck on the islands. So, yeah, it's just going to move a sub, I guess. And it has no money, so Netherlands is going to be pretty easy. Australia, well, who knows what they're going to do. Anyway, we're going to do the British turn next with the Netherlands. Okay, we're doing the Netherlands turn. The Netherlands is kind of an oddball. Technically, Russia attacked the Netherlands, which means that the Netherlands, according to the rules, is supposed to be controlled by the Axis. However, because I'm playing the Netherlands as a separate country, the card says that it belongs to the Allies, which contradicts the other rule, which I know. Yeah. It's just bizarre, but they've been attacked by the communists, so technically they should be controlled by the Axis, which would be Japan or Germany. Oh no, but Germany also attacked them. So the Netherlands are at war with the Axis and the Comintern. There we go, that's what's going on. Okay, so Germany didn't want to control them, they attacked them instead. Gotcha. Make a sense. Make a sense. Anyway. Okay, so the Netherlands has nothing to do. And its only option really is to use this coastal sub for something. So I'm just going to look up coastal subs for a second there. Multiple special rules. I fucking hate it when I say that. But submarines have first strike. Even coastal subs. They only attack at 2. So, do you just give up, or do you try to get a hit on one of those? Or do you just convoy the line? I mean, it does have an escort, so you're +1 versus... You're going to convoy the line. Fuck them. That's what we say. Convoy the line. Alright, so we're going to convoy the Japanese line. It does have an escort on it, so the attacker is +1 in a coastal sub, and the defender is +1 with 1 escort. So, let's do it. Yes, we've got black is attacker, red defender, the both +1. And no money lost. However, it's the same zone as the escort, or the zone next door. I changed that because it was just too impossible to do here. So we're going to do the attacking escort at 8, missed, and the defending raider, because you can't be attacked without being able to defend yourself, at 2. So they both missed, and the sub submerges. There we go. Done. I even have a fancy thing that says submerged in here somewhere. I don't know. I wasn't sure what the hell I would use them for, and apparently, there you go, submerged. I don't know if you can see that or not, but kind of funky tabs. Kind of like the same size as these seaplane base, sub base, naval base. I have some that say naval base, and I have some that say naval port. I ordered kind of the same stuff. I couldn't really tell the difference online, and I got 25 of one and 25 of the other, I think, so whatever. I don't think it really matters. I don't know where these port things came from, because they used to be called Navy bases, and all of a sudden they're called naval ports. I already have too many, what do you call it, naval bases already, with the submarine base, the seaplane base, the Navy port, the shipyard. Where's the shipyard? There we go. I don't need any more, thanks. And yeah, if you have some crazy idea in your head that you're going to buy all these little tabby things from Historical Board Gaming, be prepared. I don't know what the exchange rate is for you, but in Canada, the exchange rate on an order of all these tabs, plus I got, they had some kind of global 40 package that had escorts and they had damage tags and convoys and stuff. And I think it was 25 bases and 25 airfields or air bases. I bought that, and then I had to buy, I think it was another 10 air bases. And I got a video on the bases, but anyway, all these stupid little plastic tabs that got laser cut, like they cost me almost $100 for shipping. So be prepared if you're gonna buy all those things. Honestly, I think there might be a better way to do it. Well, those 3D things are way more money. So, I don't know. Okay, anyway, that is the Netherlands turn. We are done. I'm going to move on to the British. And yeah, that crazy Russian fleet is right there on the doorsteps of the Netherlands. And I didn't want to leave it, but I didn't know what else to do with it. Anyway, I'm leaving you there. Bye. Okay, I forgot to collect the money for the Netherlands, so that's been done. Something about, let's see here. Yes, you're right. The river was on the Netherlands side, so it didn't count. I could have lost an infantry instead of a mech, but you know what? Whatever. We'll live with that. Everybody did get a commander, with the Russians getting involved. All the allies got commanders, I believe. Wait a second. We gave the Russians 3 commanders. I forgot to move them, by the way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's throw 1 there. Let's throw 2 there. We'll leave 1 here. Yeah. Leave the other one over there. I got some hissing going on out there. My cats are still getting used to each other. We'll see what happens. One of them doesn't want, the new one doesn't want anybody to get close to him. Fun times. Anyway, jeez. You guys just about done? She didn't do nothing. She just was sitting in the doorway there, bud. Yeah, that guy's the one who's hissing at everybody. It just stays off the table. No, no, you don't do that. Yeah, get comfortable. There we go. Perfect. I don't know why you're all upset about Moppy. She's just chilling over there. Anyhow, British turn. So, the British are going to do 1 attack up here. They're bringing in 3 infantry from Liverpool, along with an artillery and the commander. And they're going to be bringing in the fighter from London. That's the only attack on this side. There's going to be a non-combat move, but I'll deal with those all later. The only other attack that the Allies are doing is the Australians and the FEC want to eliminate some targets for the Americans in the Navy. And the only one that they felt they could take out was the Russian Navy. It's sitting right here on this card. So they brought in a light cruiser, regular cruiser, and a battle cruiser from the Australians, along with a sub, a destroyer, and a tactical. And then the FEC are giving them a hand, and in 3 moves they've moved in this tactical and 2 fighters, which can land in Java there. The only reason for that is currently the FEC doesn't have any long-range attack units to take out either one of these 2 stacks, which are gobbling up territory. And the Japanese have not moved forward, so they have a turn. Maybe they can get that back. We'll see. And for builds, we've got 2 Marines, 2 infantry, and a mech. So we've got 2 infantry and a tank. And here we've got a destroyer and an infantry. So this is the only real battle board worthy thing. So I'm gonna figure that out. Yeah, the British don't have any subs anymore. Otherwise they'd be doing some convoy raiding. We'll take a look here. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to stop this. I'm going to battle board this Navy fight down here. Because there's a little bit of stuff going on here. Neither side has a commander. Actually, no, they could have brought this commander along with the Navy. So, there we go. And the aircraft from over there had a commander that they took off from. So, that might turn the tide. We'll see. We'll see. Alright, I'm going to stop this video here and move into the battle board and we'll take a look. I just wanted to show you what was going on. That's the maximum range for these units. They came from a naval base, they moved 4, and these aircraft have moved 3 from Calcutta, and they'll be able to land in Java. Otherwise they can't do it. And since the Allies have aligned Netherlands, that's the only way it's happening. Alright. Okay, there it is on the battle board, the Russians versus the Anzac and FEC. FEC in white, Anzac in the blue with a tint of green there. Sea color, basically. So what is happening here is there's actually 2 extra hits available to the Russians, but due to the commander, the FEC have much better striking capability here. So we'll see what happens. We're going to have an air superiority round between 2 fighters versus 2 fighters. Target select, we've got 2 tacticals and a sub, and versus 1 tactical and a sub. So we'll check her out. Hopefully this goes really well for the FEC. They could use something going well on this side of the map, since the other side of the map is kind of iffy. Alright, so we're going to start this off with 2 tacticals at 8 with the commander. Target select 1 to 3. That's its selected hit. And the other one is nothing. And I'm going to bring my regular dice over to count my non-targeted hits. Target selection. What would you do? Well, if you were me, you'd do, let's take the cruiser off. Doesn't even get to shoot. Or, well, it gets to shoot. It's not first strike, but it's targeted. No, neither sub has first strike because both sides have 1 destroyer. Alright. So that is 1 selected hit. It's already off. Battle cruiser at 8. Miss. Alright, we got a regular cruiser at 7. Miss. 2 fighters at 7. I can't tell what that is. Okay, pair of 9s failed. This is not looking so good for the FEC and then Anzac all of a sudden. 1 light cruiser at 6. Oh, that's a hit. 1 destroyer at 4. Or 5, sorry, because it's with the commander. So that's 2 hits and a sub at 4. Yeah, it's a 1, so it gets to select its target again. And if you were me, you would probably do the same thing. There you go. The subs can't shoot planes, so it's got to be a ship. Alright. And so that is 2 plus 2 regular hits. And if you were these guys, you'd probably take just these 2 guys off as regular hits. If you can keep those those light carriers are going to be handy for you. And everybody gets to shoot back here. Oh, the light carrier gets to roll 1 at 1 there because of the commander. Normally it's a 0. Alright, and miss. Okay, now the Russians are going to shoot back 3 light carriers at 1. Nothing. 1 sub at 3. Nothing. 3 destroyers at 4. Nothing. It's starting to look pretty sad. 1 tactical at 5. Not a hit. 2 cruisers that are already dead. 1 hit. And 2 fighters air superiority round. 1 hit, so that's 1 aircraft. And 1 regular hit. So I would probably lose this and the fighter. And they don't shoot because they already did this round. Take the casualties off the board here. And we're going to re-roll here. So we're going to do 2 tacticals again because they have target selection still. So 2 at 8. 1's target selected. The other one's a hit. And the target selected hit. It can only be a naval. You know what? Let's select a destroyer because they rolled higher. Sound fair? There we go. And there's 1 regular hit up there. We got battle cruiser at 8. We got a cruiser and a fighter both at 7. Got a light cruiser at 6. We got a destroyer at 5. Oh my goodness. And we got a light carrier at 1. Okay. Yeah. So 1 additional hit. And the Russians are going to take a hit on a light carrier. Knowing that they're going to lose a plane. But they need something here. They need something to work. They need to keep this fleet alive long enough to save those transports. Oh, there we go. Alright, so the Russians are going to shoot back. They got 3 light carriers at 1. Nothing. They got 2 destroyers at 4. Nothing. They got 1 tactical at 5. There we go. A targeted hit. And they're going to take off the battle cruiser. Alright. And then 2 fighters at 6. Well, that's 1 more hit. Choosing your own selections, I would take the destroyer off. I want to keep that. I want to keep that light carrier because that's the only thing for this cruiser to land, or this tactical to land on. It's at the limit of its range here. Alright, now we're going to do an attack again. Things are not looking so good. We've got 2, 4, 5, 6 hits left versus 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, attack again. 2 tacticals at 8. 1 selected, and 1 just a regular hit, so that we'll just leave that up there. And selected shots. It can only be on Navy. Let's take one of these. There's a reason for that. That'll kill a plane if the planes survive. Now they're forced to lose 2 aircraft as losses if they're going to win this round. Alright. 2 at 7, cruiser and a tactical, or in a fighter, that's 1 hit. So let's give him another one up there. And a light cruiser at 5, miss, or sorry, 6. And light carrier, which feels weird, but at 1 thanks to a commander. Okay, so they got 2 hits. So now the Russians have to pick 2 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Technically, they could take everything off of here. But you gotta take 2 hits. God damn it. I'm gonna lose 1 plane and 1 destroyer. Oh, this is brutal. Okay. Yeah, the Russians are going to shoot back 2 planes at 6. Nothing. 1 at 5. Nothing. Destroyer at 4. Nothing. 3 light carriers at 1. Nothing. Alright, the Russians are doing pretty bad here. 2 tacticals at 8. That's 1 targeted hit. There's only 1 naval unit, so that's gone. The planes are dead regardless of what happens now. 2 at 7. That's 1 more hit. And 1 at 6. Nope. 1 at 1. Yeah, that's 3 hits. That's all they needed. The Russians are eliminated. So the Russians are going to roll their light carrier back. It missed. Close though. Tactical at 5. No, that's a hit. And a fighter at 6. So they got to take a loss here. If they lose this, they lose the aircraft, so they can't lose that. They're going to lose this, the light cruiser, leaving them with a light carrier, a cruiser, and 3 aircraft. The Russians have nothing. So in the grand scheme of things, that was an excellent move by the Australians, because really they only had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 losses, and the Russians lost their entire fleet, and that includes those 3 transports, the 3 Marines, the 2 infantry, and a tank. So that's pretty brutal. Man, Russia's going to be angry. Alright, so this is completely gone now. And the survivors are like so, and so. And then these 2 are going to be on the land. They couldn't reach anything else. Wow, okay, so Russia lost these 2. I didn't think that was going to happen. I thought Russia would be able to beat that fleet, which is, otherwise I wouldn't have done that with the Russian fleet. Huh. But sometimes you got to take a chance, and there's your chance. There's the casualties. Russia got annihilated. All right. Yeah, Russia's no longer a naval threat here at all. It's got 1 destroyer and 1 transport. Russia went from being the 2nd largest naval threat in the ocean, or the 3rd largest naval threat in the Indian and the South Pacific, and now they're nothing. Although admittedly these guys are pretty much nothing too now. Wow. Wow. Okay, anyway, that was a bizarre twist of events. Now up here we've got this fight over here. So I'm just going to roll that out. I don't think you guys really care to see it. It's going to be quick. It's only going to be 1 round, I hope. You can even... Oh, can I put this down somewhere where I don't take out the entire... There we go. Alright, you can't see the units anymore, but I'm trying not to lie here. So commander for the British and 3 infantry. They're fighting in mountains, so they're Up one for the commander, down one for the terrain, and it's all mountain. It's not a border, so it applies to every round. 3 at 2. 1 hit. That's all we needed. Okay, and 1 at 4 back. 1 hit. So, end result, Germany's kicked off the board here. And we're going to lose 1 British dude. And this aircraft is going to fly back home to there. And in the process of flying home, we're also going to bring back 3 transports to here. Because we're placing some units and we only need 3 transports to move that stuff. Alright. So I'm going to just place my units now. No pistachio. Yes, need the discussion. Don't come up here. Alright, so I'm going to place 2 Marines. Can you see this? No. Okay. In Canada, non-combat moved those transports back. We're going to place 2 Marines. We're going to place 2 infantry. We're going to place a mech. So that is 2, 4, 5 for the factory build of 5, and 6 there, which means these 3 transports can haul all 6 of them next turn. That's the whole point of that. Alright, yeah, I had nothing to convoy with, so I didn't. I've heard rumors and whatever about changing convoy rules, but and some of the units have stats on how you can convoy a raid with surface ships, but that yeah, you know, unless there's a uniform rule I make up for that, it's going to be just too complicated. Okay, FEC. We're going to place all those units here at their Calcutta location. So let's just do that. 2 more dudes. And a tank. You know what? Let's just get 2 more whites. Actually, we'll take 2 whites and 1 of these greens off and give them a 5er instead. There we go. We got 16, 17 dudes there. 2 reds and 2 greens. And a dude on top. Alright. That's them. And now Australia, who did a bang up kick-ass job there, is going to move this transport over here. It's then going to place this here. It's going to return this from Combat Air Patrol. Would have been handy if it's not. The problem with Combat Air Patrol... No kitty. Yeah. Anyway, the problem with Combat Air Patrol is you lose your American Navy in the Atlantic, potentially, when you have a cat hop on the table. Come on. Oh. That's right, folks. Come on. No, come this way. Don't complain. I don't know what you're looking for, but it ain't there. Anyhow, yeah, that's the British turn. The British go up $1 for Scotland, and the Germans go down. And once I get this cat down, just scoop him off the table there. Being a problem. Being a problem again. There you go. Stay off my table, alright, bud? Also, I gotta kick you out of the room and close the door. There we go. Where it belongs. See, you could be more like that guy, just chilling right out. He's just stupid advising. Anyway, Germans down $1 and the British up $1. Perfect. Oh, you know what? Supervise the supervisor. Yeah, we had some issues with these cats last night or this morning. So that guy got submitted by me in front of that guy, so maybe he'd stop attacking him all the time. We'll see if that works. They really hate it when you flip them upside down in front of the person they're trying to dominate. Anyhow. Oh. $6 in wartime economy for the British. They spent every buck they have. Nobody gets any bonuses. So they get 6 for airline lease. They get 20. And I'm doing this 2, 4, 5, 6, 21. I'm doing it in ones because I keep getting convoyed. They get 8. And they get 7. They keep getting convoyed all the time, so I gotta do them in ones. And these guys collected their 10, as I already explained. We're gonna go right into the French turn here because they're ready to go. They're gonna build a colonial and they're gonna lend lease the British $4. So the British have in their wartime income and lend lease money a total of 10 now. Alright, and they're going to just place this colonial. There's nowhere else to go except for Madagascar. Nobody cares about Madagascar. It's got no strategic value here. But these guys could get scooped up in transports and delivered somewhere. Alright. Okay. The French are done. The French will be collecting their 3. Oh. I forgot to roll that for Japan. Let's do that right now. Okay, we had an attack for Japan. It's 3 light tanks and 3 infantry versus 2 infantry. No mountains, no river. Sorry, folks. I'm losing my touch here. All right, so we've got 3 light tanks at 4. 1 hit. And we got 3 infantry at 2. 2 hits. That's all we needed. And the French, they got 2 at 4 back. 1 hit for the French. Oh man, I should have done that. I even brought an armored train down and everything. If you watch that video. Anyway, so these light tanks are going to stay here. We're going to lose one of them. And that'll make it handy because then we can just chip these 2 out. So the French go down $1 and the Japanese go up $1. I know I'm doing this backwards. It's the French turn, but they're losing money on it. Instead of gaining. Alright, so the French are down to 2. And who was it? Japan went up 1. So Japan actually needs to collect an extra $1. And somebody mentioned something about Vichy money in my comments, and you're correct, I didn't give it. Looks like this is a video where I'm doing all my corrections on it too. Okay, there we go. And the Japanese roundel. So the French have now lost their bonus for this stuff here. I used to be getting a $2 bonus because of those 2. And they get another bonus for the Suez, but they don't get any of that now. So the French get to collect a whole $2. So they're and they spent the 4 on the colonial. So France is actually even more decimated than it used to be. By that location was worth $4 instead of 2 for the French. So Yeah, so France is down to buying a militia turn or just sitting there and building them colonial every second turn. Not so fun. Huh. All right, there we are. I'll end it here.